Okay, so me being me, I prepared a little bit longer of a speech. It's a little more entertaining. I was assigned to Moir, and my first reaction was, sweet. How am I going to make this funny for everybody? So here it goes. So, starting out, Moir as a baseball coach is unbelievable. The thing that really sets him apart, that you can really tell that makes him a better coach than a lot of other guys, is his team always wins. He has the biggest fluctuation of talent throughout his program. He has guys that are just already ready to be varsity pitchers and stuff on his team that happen to be down there because they need to work something out, or he's had guys that have hit like 800 on his team, or he's had guys that have hit 200 on his team. But either way, he always produces in the win column no matter what, and he just finds different ways to win, and that really says a lot about him as a baseball player and just knowing the different ways to win a baseball game, and it's not all about hitting or it's not all about pitching. And that really said a lot about him. So now it's time for a funny story. Most people, when they're raising their children, struggle when they reach the teenage years about the word like. Like is a big part of their vocabulary. Fortunately for Ryan Moyer's mother, this was not an issue. The issue there was he very much enjoys saying the word K. So during one of his pregame speeches, often it would go like this. He'd start out K, and then he'd start going a little bit faster K, and then he would want to try and make his point and get across K, but then he'd back off a little bit because he'd think he'd scared you K, but then he would want to make sure that you got the point K, and so then he'd end up with today's winning lineup is. So, that was that story. Also, the K is a great indication level of Moyer's happiness. More Ks, quicker pace, stay away, danger, Will Robinson. So, lower Ks, you're okay, but really you don't want to poke the bear. So, another great thing about Moir is that you can really tell why he's such a great guy is everyone goes back and talks to him. You talk about a lot of the varsity guys, they're struggling, they're in a slump, their number one go-to thing is to go talk to Moir. He'll hit with you anytime, any day, and he's great to he'll literally talk to you about anything, no matter what it is, and it's really awesome. But tons of guys go back to him. GTA when he was struggling last year, just a bunch of guys, you go back and he always has an answer for everything. And it's not a pondering thing, he just knows what the answer, he knows what you're doing wrong, and it's just very refreshing to have him tell you it, and then it's fixed, and then you go back up, and then Durs tells you how great you're doing, and it's really fun and BP. So, another great thing about Moir is his motto, which is actually my senior quote, which is make an adjustment. So, the story that sums up this for him is during my sophomore summer on the JV team, we played a tournament at Tualatin High School. There are not actual bathrooms near the field at Tualatin High School, but they do bring in 2 lovely porta potties that are used throughout the weekend. So Calvin and I see Moir after we take him to the outfield, leave the dugout, and out of his bag he pulls a roll of toilet paper. And he comes back and we say, "Wow, why did you have that?" And he's like, "Well, I made an adjustment." Yesterday there wasn't any. So, I made an adjustment. That summed it up pretty well. So, the last thing I'm going to make fun of Moir for is the fact that, have any of you ever seen him without a hat on? No. So, I picked this up after being with him for a couple of months, and I realized that, wow, I'd never seen Moir without a hat on. And so I started to wonder if he was covering something up, like a bald spot or something. So, I wasn't sure, and I dismissed it. And then I finally saw him one time at a basketball game without his hat on. And so naturally I got into position and I took a peek to see if he had a bald spot. So turns out he's not covering up he's not covering up a bald spot. The thing he is covering up is the fact that he basically has a case of permanent hat hair. You know, most people, when you wear hats all the time, it gets on, you wear it, and then it puts your hair down and you take it off, and then you take a shower and it goes away. I came to the logical conclusion that Moir just showers in his hat. tan line between this part of his hair and this part of his hair. That's my last funny story. But in all honesty, he's the best thing about Moir is when you talk to him, there's no bull feces. Is that okay with the censor? Okay, no bull feces. He tells it to you like it is. If you're going good, he'll tell you that, and if you suck, he will tell you that you suck. And that's the best thing about him, especially in our household where that's also the case. So that was my favorite thing about him, and he always told it straight. There's no sugarcoating it. It's really you always know what he's thinking, and it's always great. And he really clicked with me individually as a person because you always know what I'm thinking. So that's my story about Moir.